Israel faces pressure from all sides. It needs more support from its friends than ever. That help is coming from evangelical Christians around the world. Here's what we heard when we visited the Christian Embassy's Feast of Tabernacles celebration this year in Jerusalem. Some 5,000 international Christians from more than 80 nations visited Jerusalem this week. They came to celebrate the biblical feast of Sukkot. Israeli President Reuven Rivlin and Israeli Prime Minister Beniamin Netanyahu welcomed them at the International Christian Embassy's Feast of Tabernacles event.
Dear friend, thank you for coming up from year to year to worship the King, the God of hosts. Thank you for standing with us.
And the fact is, Israel has no better friends around the world. You give us support at all times, and especially in times of distress.
ICEJ Director Jürgen Bühler believes as the number of evangelical Christians increases, so does the potential to make political changes in Israel's favor.
They read the Bible about Israel, they love Israel, they want to pray for Israel, they support Israel, they talk to their government leaders about Israel, and we saw over the last years even that some of those African nations, they changed legislations which were intended against Israel. They say, we don't want this to take place in our country.
Mayan Jaffe is a reporter for the Jewish News Service.
There are growing numbers of Christians in countries where they will impact the parliament, impact voting in the United Nations. And, the best thing that we can do for ourselves politically is to take advantage of those opportunities and not focus on what we have different from one another, but focus on what we have in common.
The ICEJ's feast is Israel's largest annual tourist event. They call it a kind of dress rehearsal based on Zechariah 14, when the Bible says all nations will one day come to Jerusalem to worship the King.